Hello everyone and welcome to this week's episode of Living Safe and Empowered. I'm your host Brett Lechtenberg and I am the anti-bullying expert who will help you get rid of your bullying problems in 3 days or less. November is Cyber Awareness Month, so I want to spend time this month talking about cyberbullying and issues that dealing with preventing cyberbullying and things that you can do to keep your network safe, your devices safe, your kids safe, that kind of thing. I recently read in the newspaper of a mom who was asleep a door away from her newborn or from her young child who was still sleeping in a crib, and she hears voices in the kid's room. And automatically she got scared and she rushed into her child's room. And what she found, lo and behold, was there was nobody in the room. The child was sound asleep in their crib, but someone had actually hacked into their baby monitor and was actually trying to communicate with their child via the baby monitor. Now that's a little scary. Being a parent myself, I've actually heard crosstalk over our baby monitor when we had young kids, and I'm sure many of you have as well. I think it's a fairly common thing that you could automatically be on the same frequency as somebody else with the same monitor and maybe hear some talk or hear a baby cry, things like that. But this was the first case I'd heard where somebody had actually got into the network and was trying to talk to the child that was sleeping. So we want to be really conscious of that. And you know, technology continues to advance, so we need to be more prepared. So here's a couple of things that you can do to protect yourself a little bit at home. And I give a more complete list in my anti-cyberbullying program, in my book, in the videos. But here's a few things. One, if you've got a wireless network or a network in your house, make sure that you change the network name from whatever the default was that came with the system. All right, so change that. You can also mask that so it can't be seen. So I would recommend, don't let that network be seen to the public. So somebody comes into your house with their phone, they can't just go, hey, can I get on your network? Because they won't be able to see it. Only you would. Keep your device passwords change on a regular basis. So if you've got a phone, you've got a computer, you've got a tablet, change those passwords on those devices frequently. And don't make them easy. Don't do the mistakes of, it's my child's birthday or it's our anniversary. I know those things are easy to remember, but somebody who knows you, somebody finds out one of those things, they could definitely use that against you. Don't use your social security number. I've heard a number of people doing that. Don't do that. If you're really stretched for something to do, make a short sentence, right? And add a couple symbols, right? Try something like that, and that will be very helpful. Do the same thing, networks, devices, etc. So those are a couple of things that you can do right there. If you are totally clueless on how to do these things, there are many services and service providers that can walk you through or come into your house and be able to do that and help you and train you on how to do that. However, one caveat, if you have someone come into your house, or you're going to have someone working with your devices other than yourself, do your homework first, get some references, get some reviews, those kind of things. Now, a good way to search for qualified computer tech people who have a good reputation, call your local chamber of commerce. Find out who's had a good long-term relationship with their chamber and get some feedback from those folks. BNI, Business Networking International. Typically there are several groups in any metropolitan area. You can find out those things on the internet and then contact the president of the BNI group or its secretary and ask them, hey, looks like you have a computer tech in your business, or in your network. What kind of feedback can you get me? I'm looking for somebody that could come do some work for me. There are a number of groups. Better Business Bureau, you can also check with them. Look for people, again, long-term, stable relationships that have good reviews. Do multiple searches because you don't want just anyone coming into your house, having access to your devices and that kind of thing. Second thing, if you use someone like that, make sure they show you exactly what they're doing and stay with them the whole time. Don't give them access to run your house and do whatever. You stay with them the whole time and understand exactly what they're doing, right? So that should be a big help. Now, Kind of a quick parenting tip, cyberbullying type things is I've had a number of parents ask me lately when I was doing these cyberbullying awareness talks, ask me, how do we check our kids' devices and not let them feel like we're spying on them? Guess what? I know I've talked about this before, but guess what? You know what? It's okay that they know that you're looking at their devices. It shows that you care. If you have open communication, open dialogue, and they know that you're not just running willy-nilly and doing everything on their devices and just checking it all out without their permission, it's okay. It's okay. So you got to take that seriously. All right? Have those open lines of communication. Check your child's devices from time to time and make sure that there's nothing crazy on there. We found an app installed on one of my son's devices. It was an accident. We truly believe that. It was something he didn't need to have on there. Of course, we instantly erased it. We talked to him about it, and he was perfectly happy to show us his stuff and not have any kind of issues with it. So it can happen to anybody. And don't just automatically assume that your child did something wrong on purpose. Let them know that you understand. Let them know that accidents happen, and make sure they know they can come to you whenever something like that happens, and you're going to have a much better relationship with your child, and they're going to be able to come to you with not just those kind of issues, but anything that's going on in the future. All right. With that being said, that concludes this week's episode. So thank you for being with us. If you like the material, please share this with your friends. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our anti-bully page on Facebook. It's just the Anti-Bully Program on Facebook. You'll see the cover of our free report as the icon. So help us spread the word. Let's keep our children safe. And until next time, live a safe and empowered day.